So I'm here with David McIntosh, is that pronounced right?
Yeah, David McIntosh.
McIntosh from Tastemakers and Chiscom. And I've taken a lot of your questions that you guys asked on Facebook, so we're going to go through those with him. He's the authority on everything, right?
Hopefully.
Okay.
I'll do my best.
So for the release dates, that's the first question. We'll start with the cocktails. Is there just one cocktail? Is it just Street Fighter, or is it going to be different ones?
Yeah, we right now we're going to start off with Street Fighter, test the market, see how it goes,
Okay.
and from there we will gauge if we're going to do other titles and stuff like that.
Do you know the time frame or the cost for that?
Currently, we are working for 2019 launch.
Okay.
We don't have an exact season in mind yet. We're still working on retailer pickup, stuff like that.
Okay.
And then price point will vary depending on what the retailer pushes on us.
Okay. So they help determine that price point, or you come in with an MSRP and then
come in with an MSRP and they say what they'd like to do, and then there's a bit of negotiating back and forth.
Okay.
And then we find like a happy medium, and that's usually where we end up.
Okay. Very good. So right now, that's all we know is the Street Fighter. I got you.
Yeah.
So the wallcades, what kind of games and time frame and pricing are looking for that?
So those are very similar. Like the countercades and the wallcades are both on a very similar like 2019 launch. Titles are what you can see at our show here, 1 to 2 games per unit.
Okay.
And price point's going to be slightly lower than our cabinets.
So okay. But we don't, as far as the actual release dates, it's 2019. We don't know anything more.
Exactly. Yeah. So right now we're working with retailers again. So as you guys know, in 2018 we kind of launched some Walmart exclusives. We had a Best Buy exclusive. We had a Costco exclusive,
right.
And that's what determines availability, cost, and release date and stuff like that. So those negotiations are still happening, but we're for sure pushing them in 2019.
Are you really trying to do this exclusivity with different vendors again this time around, or?
We are. It's tough because it's not just we want to do certain exclusivity. It's just that's how you get certain people on board.
Okay.
Right?
So if they say, I have my exclusive product, will be unique, people will come here and buy it.
Exactly.
Okay. I wondered about that because the 12-in-1 was first. I think it was only Best Buy at first, and then went to Kohl's. So it's kind of a
exactly. Yeah. So sometimes there's timed exclusiveness. So in that case, it was Best Buy. After a couple months, other retailers can start to pick it up as well.
Okay.
People just want that surge from launching it.
Okay. Do you have any comments on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, NBA Jam, or Simpsons?
Well, we did a survey on our website and asked what our audience wanted to see most, and those listed were one of the top of the food chain. So we are definitely looking towards developing new titles in that direction. However, nothing has been set in stone just yet.
Okay. All right. And the cocktail cabinets, what's the range of games? Is it just one game per cabinet? Is there 2 on the cocktails?
So these cocktail cabinets are actually going to have 12 games. So this is going to have 12 variations of Street Fighter or fighting type games.
Okay.
Under the Capcom license.
And you have the relative measurements here. Is this going to be the actual item here, or we plan that?
I don't actually know the exact dimensions. I see the box over here. I'm trying to see.
I can look at that later.
Yeah. I don't think we have the exact dimensions. I know it's a 17-inch LCD screen inside, but that's about
as far as it goes.
Yeah.
Now the smaller ones, what do you call them? Bar tops?
Yeah, we're coining the term countercade.
Countercade.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. And then the wallcade.
So the countercade, how many games with each of those?
1 or 2.
1 or 2.
I think all the ones that you see here are 2 games.
Okay.
And I think the wallcades may have 1 or 2 as well. Those are still early development. So.
Right. So you said that, I think I heard you earlier, it's between 150 to 200 for those countercades?
Roughly, yeah. We haven't, it's the same as these, it's the same, they're all pending retailers.
That's an estimate.
Yeah.
Okay. And did you mention estimate for this one or no?
We haven't discussed it. We're aiming for about $399 to $450.
Okay. All right.
Again, that could change. That's the ballpark.
You don't plan on having a riser for the cocktails, right?
We do. Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. We understand that some people want a taller one.
Okay.
That's all in the works as well.
All right. Great.
Again, not confirmed. Because even if we develop it, it still needs to be picked up by retail.
Okay. How about lighted marquee for the Generation 1 kids? Everybody is going really excited about that. Some people made their own, if they have some kind of skills, which I don't have for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Are you planning on doing that for the first machine somehow?
We are looking into how we're going to do that.
Okay.
So to keep the cost down, which seems to be a big trend amongst our consumers, lighting the marquee wasn't an option in our initial phase. It is something we're looking into doing. However, the price would likely change if we were to include that option.
Okay.
So it's almost like you can get our standard or you can get the upgraded version, but that's still in pre-production as well. Those are
there was rumors of the retro kit. You have the machines at home already. You can buy this kit to kind of plug and play for the LED marquee. So that's something that's still being thought about?
Yeah, we're definitely working on that.
Okay. For Generation 2, are you including that, or is it still in thinking phase as far as...
Yeah, that's still in really early development.
Okay.
If it were to happen, we wouldn't know availability, stuff like that. So it's all still ideas right now.
Okay. All right. The Mortal Kombat machine, do you know what version of that? Is it a PS1 ROMs? Is that arcade ROMs? What is powering that machine?
So we work with the licensors to get the original code and the original ROMs. The only thing that's changing on them tech-wise is hardware. So proprietary hardware running original games.
Okay.
That's how we make them lighter, that's how we make them more affordable, and we thought that's how we were making them unmoddable.
Yeah.
But you guys are crazy in the community, so you find a way if you're willing to.
Right, there's always a way.
Yeah.
Okay. So that one, so you don't really know as far as which emulation that's going to be for Mortal Kombat.
Well, it's original. It's original.
Oh, it's original.
Yeah,
Okay.
We're running original.
From the arcade.
So
Okay.
we're like, if you look at the gameplay, the only thing that's going to change is the clarity because it's not a CRT. It's a
Right.
LCD screen. So
Right.
it's how it was meant to be displayed.
Okay. A couple other things, like personally, the lighted marquee was one thing that's kind of missing, and I understand the cost.
Yeah.
The stereo, are you looking at creating more of a stereo system within the new machines to have two speakers, or no?
Yeah, we've looked into the option. We've looked into aux ports. We've looked into so many different things, stereo speakers. But again, the price point just goes up for every single thing, right? Because if we were to have stereo with a lighted marquee, then we're starting to get into the original arcade market. Whereas we're trying to be an at-home. We're not trying to be consumer grade. We're trying to be that at-home arcade experience.
Right.
And the more add-ons you get, the higher the price point, and then you start to get into the field of original arcades, and then that's a whole different market. So.
Okay, that makes sense. Are you going to announce any more new games this year?
Yeah,
or
so
at this show or beyond? Or?
We're planning to launch or announce some new titles later this year. An exact date I can't give you.
Yeah.
We got to keep you guys on your toes. You'll probably find out before it's announced, just like you guys have with everything else. But we do have some great announcements coming out later this year as well.
Okay, so that may be in the fall?
Yeah, maybe.
Just checking.
Yeah, you guys going any conventions at all?
Yeah, I go to E3 too.
Okay. You should swing by then, and we'll probably have a better conversation around that.
Are you going to that too?
Yeah.
All right. Very good. Stools?
Stools.
Any plan for when that's going to be? Is that later in the year again, or?
Yeah, again, I think we're aiming for fall.
Okay.
It depends on licensors. So we're working with various, like you've seen, we have Street Fighter, we have Galaga, Asteroid. So these are all like Capcom, Midway,
right.
Atari. So it's like there's a lot of different licensors, and that will determine when it all launched.
Okay.
We might have Capcom on board tomorrow. That'll make it launch faster.
So it's just when those agreements happen, you can just push them out.
Exactly.
And the price of the stools relatively?
No, we haven't quite discussed that yet.
They're going to be a variable height or single height?
Yeah, we have two heights. So the ones we're sitting on now, they're
19 inch or whatever.
Yeah, they're 19 inches.
Yeah.
And then we have the ones for if you were to say play on one of our arcades with a riser, it would be the perfect height to sit down and play on one of those guys.
Okay. So you have to, you just buy the one that fits.
Exactly, whatever you're looking for.
How about the plushes? You have the little Q-Bert and some other things. That's the same thing. You're just waiting for the licensing to kick through, and then you'll release those.
Exactly. Yeah, those should be in stores as soon as possible. Latest fall.
Is that like Walmart again, or somewhere else?
I believe so. Yeah, Walmart is really they love the exclusiveness. Certain merch. You guys saw the Pac-Man tint, the white stuff like that.
Yeah,
so,
I had to buy all that stuff.
Yeah. We're not just trying to give you the arcade gameplay. We're trying to give you the arcade exactly the whole room, the entire experience.
Yeah, that makes sense. Let's see. So we can't lower the stool. There's two different sizes of stools. That was one question. On the artwork, it's there any plans for releasing, say there's 4 games on one cabinet, do you ever have any plans for releasing the different artwork, stickers, or different panel for one of the games? Say I like Joust better than I like Asteroids, or whatever the case may be, so that you can custom your own machines. Has that been discussed at all?
It's definitely been discussed. We looked at the option of picking your own artwork, but then there does become an issue with licensing and cost and store shelf space as well, because we're taking up a good amount of space at Walmart.
Yeah, that's true.
And for perspective, that costs a lot of money. So once you start adding on like 5 variations for each title, that space becomes 5 times more expensive.
Right.
So
okay. Gotcha. I heard that in Golden Tee that trackball's been upgraded from like the Centipede and other machines. Is there any other upgrades that are going on with the joysticks or buttons or anything else?
Yeah, definitely. So our initial launch, we went for affordable.
Yeah.
And then after we learned who our market really was, there's some speed bumps along the way with, like you mentioned earlier, the deck detectors and stuff like that. We decided to upgrade a lot of parts. So we are as close to an authentic arcade experience as you can get at the line. New cabinets, we kind of know the deck detectors installed, upgraded buttons. We saw people swapping them out themselves.
Yeah.
The Mortal Kombats are going to have bat tops. And the buttons are far more responsive. So it feels like you're at an arcade.
Yeah, that's good. So how about some of the problems you had Generation 1? And I feel I'm more tolerant because it's like a dream for me to have these, right? I'm just really fanatical about it. So you guys have tried your best to fix that. I know it's taking time, but you've sent the covers, you're sending new monitors, new ROMs, whatever the case may be. So how has your approach changed for the second generation? I know you said you're doing better buttons, better sticks, that kind of thing. But any other quality control things, or how have you tried to control that?
Yeah, so we've ramped up our team significantly. I don't even know how to say the scale of it. Like there's been 2 people hired for the show permanently. So you know what I mean? Like the team is growing at an exponential rate. So we're trying to add new people for customer service, new people for quality control, new people for marketing. You know what I mean? So we're constantly expanding our team to accommodate the community we have. You probably are aware we added 2 customer service reps solely for social media monitoring and stuff like that to help keep you guys in the know and take care of you guys that way. So Wave 2, we upgraded a lot of our material. The paint is better. So even under the deck protector, it'll never fail now. We just really stepped it up. Okay. Once we learned who our core audience were.
Well, it's kind of an experiment in a way in the beginning, right? And maybe you didn't anticipate some of this hardcore abuse that these machines are going to take.
Exactly, yeah. And another issue as well, behind the scenes, there are certain things that happen that you guys aren't necessarily in the know of, and those are big factors as well. Like hitting certain dates, and we're trying to stay true to the dates we give you guys, and it's so.
It's like October and November shift.
Exactly. So we tried to launch in June, that shifted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I know nobody was happy about that, but we'd rather deliver a better product than nothing.
Okay, that's the majority of everything, I think. So new cabinets, though. When will those release dates be announced? Do you have a date set, or are you still going to really just a negotiation?
Yeah, so we have a press release here just went out.
Okay.
I don't have the dates memorized because I've been taking on so much information as well, as you guys are. February we're going with Final Fight and Space Invaders, and the rest of the cabinets like Mortal Kombat, Karate Champ, Golden Tee, those will trickle out just after that.
Okay, just after that, really. So, because there was some concern that you have to wait till the fall for those machines.
Fall, again, summer, right before holiday.
Right.
Those are the time frames. I don't know the dates exactly.
That's cool. I can look it up.
But what I'll do is I'll share the press release for you, with you, and then you can kind of upload it with this.
Yeah, that'd be great. Okay.
And just to circle back, because I feel like I kind of skimmed over it, the trackball it's an arcade quality. We upgraded the bearings, the receivers, all that stuff. So if you were to really give it a spin, it'll keep spinning. It's not. We've learned from our mistakes.
Yeah.
We're upgrading our spinner for the Asteroid. We're upgrading for the Deluxe cabinet, all that fun stuff.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, you'll see a lot of higher quality gameplay that we're having.
So would that option be available for people who own it already to get those parts swapped out?
That's something that we haven't quite decided, what the process is going to be. Of course, you'll be able to get it. It's whether or not what that process is going to look like. We haven't established that just yet. So
one more on the monitors. You know, you had a lot of flack about the screens. You know, with them going bad, going dark, lines, the sparkles on the side there. What have you changed your manufacturer, or have you just tried to do more QC on that, or?
Yeah, so the quality control was the issue. Like these LCD screens are brand new, so they shouldn't be fading, or they shouldn't be showing up with dead pixels. But it does happen. Like if you bought a Samsung TV, sometimes there are dead pixels. You know, no company is perfect in that aspect. I mean, not to drop like specific brands, but you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But the quality control is where we found the issue was, and that's where we nipped it. So yeah, that shouldn't happen.
Very good. Well, anything you want to say to your following here, your gamer following?
I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you to all you guys for your continued support from day one. You guys are the reason we're launching new titles, and you're the reason we're so successful today. We appreciate all the honest feedback, and in some cases very brutal criticism, but we do listen to our audience and we are applying it to our subsequent products. So you guys are contributing. It's not just we're Arcade1up, like we are all Arcade1up.
Great.
Thank you guys.
Very good. Thank you. Nice talking.
Thank you.